Hey guys, and Treyarch yesterday finally confirmed that Black Ops and Black Ops 2 are being ported to PlayStation in July. So them saying PlayStation is very weird and not the platform specifically, but let's go over it. Let me give my opinion, what I think is going to happen. But first, let me just get the facts out of the way. There aren't many because they didn't give a lot. But firstly, we know it's being done by Iron Galaxy, which if you don't know who Iron Galaxy is, recently in the last year, they have done Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3+4, but port-wise, they have done The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered to PC, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1+2 to PC, The Last of Us Part 1 to PC. They did Metroid Prime Remastered for the Switch. They did Crash Bandicoot, It's About Time. They also did Apex Legends for Switch, Overwatch for Switch, yada yada. They did all of that. So they do have a history of porting. They are a somewhat decent porting studio, even though they also ported Batman Arkham Knight to PC. But we don't talk about that. That was 11 years ago, oh my god. But either way, it's not just some small studio doing these ports. Now, they also confirm that both will include campaign, multiplayer and zombies, which I feel like was a given, just thinking that they are ports. Talking about that, let's go on to speculation about what they will be. Will they include DLC? How much do I think they could possibly cost? And do I think that there will be any upgrades, any advantages of it being ported to newer consoles? So firstly, let's get to the fact they said they are being ported to PlayStation. They didn't say PlayStation 5, they didn't say PlayStation 4, they just said PlayStation. And my thought with that is that by just saying PlayStation, it covers the current PlayStation model of that PS4 games can be played on PS5. So it's going, most likely, what I think and what we kind of know from leaks and rumors is that it's going to be a PS4 version that can be played on PS5 through backwards compatibility. So no 120 Hz mode, definitely. Maybe 4K, maybe, because I do think the Xbox version runs at 4K through upscaling somehow. I forgot how that works exactly. That then brings me on to, will there be changes? Will there be an FOV slider? Will there be graphical upgrades? I would say no. I think they are just straight ports of like the 360 PS3 versions. I don't think it's like a version that is so far and away going to be better than those. I think they're going to be the exact same, but on PlayStation with little changes. Again, maybe a res bump slightly, but I think that's going to be it. I don't think there'll be any real improvements or changes to the game that will make you go, oh, this is the definitive version of these games, in my opinion. Well, unless you want to say that because it's a closed off server there would be no hackers, which I don't think there'll be no hackers, because I think the PS4 is jailbroken, so I think there's a chance for hackers there. I don't quite know how that works, but not going to say definitive on that one. Then we come down to DLC. Will DLC be included? Again, this is the speculation part of the video, and I'm gonna say I think DLC will be there. I don't know if it will be included. That is my major question mark here. Will DLC be included? Because currently for PC and Steam, they're both costly. Just to buy the game for how old the game is, it's costly, but it's alright. DLC, you want the DLC? You want to play all the zombies maps? So let's say for Black Ops, it is $40 standard. That's just the base game, $40. Oh, but you want all the DLC together? One costs $15. $15 for each, and there's 4 of them. That's $60 altogether. All together, that's 60. And Black Ops 2 costs 60 itself, with the season pass being 50. These costs, you don't even realize it just because it was so long ago, but we are so lucky to be in a generation of COD where you just have to buy the game once and you can even maybe get on a sale, and you can just get all the updates for quote unquote free. And I think the model that we currently have is so much better. So much better. But my point of mentioning these prices is that I don't think that they're going to bundle these DLCs into the main game for, let's say, $39.99, $40, or $50. I think that they're going to be maybe $50 each, or maybe $50 for Black Ops 2, $40 for BO1, and then they're going to do a DLC pack. Maybe not as much as the PC version, but I still think it's going to cost. I, fingers crossed, hope it's all packed together and they both cost like $40. That's probably what they should cost if you're bundling them with the DLC. Maybe I'll push $50 if you bundle them with the DLC, and then bringing down the cost on other platforms. But it's just not how much it costs on those platforms. So I'm expecting them to be sold separately at a pretty decent COD price, because it's COD with DLC packs, like a whole, just one pack with all the DLCs. But we'll see. Fingers crossed it's not like that. But what makes me think this is that they didn't announce, one, that it includes the DLC, two, that the DLC will be purchasable, three, the price. It's coming out next month. You think, not even, next month isn't that far away. You think they would announce the price this month with a release of next month. That's how I think they should have done it. The fact that they're not showing the price makes me think that they're low-key hiding something. I wouldn't say hiding, but they're just trying to be like, get the hype of the announcement and then kind of say it slightly a bit later and be like, oh, hey guys, it costs this much, and also you have to get the DLC separately. Again, hopefully I'm wrong. I would love to be wrong. You would literally see me jumping in the streets if I was wrong, because I don't want it to cost a lot. I don't want the DLC not to be included. But we'll see. Either way, it's great that it's getting ported. Weird that it didn't get ported to the Switch 2. That's the next conversation. Why didn't it get ported to the Switch 2? And I know the studio probably was just working on the PlayStation version, but it's a port. It's not a actual proper like remaster remake. It's a port. So surely they would have had enough manpower. This probably would have made them a good decent amount of money in the studio, Iron Galaxy, to then go and do a Switch 2 version. And it just makes sense, because with the Switch 2 version, you could be like, hey guys, Modern Warfare 4 is releasing on Switch. Call of Duty is back on a Nintendo console. Well, you can't get Modern Warfare 4 yet, but while you wait for it, here's Black Ops 1 and 2. Play it now or in July, whatever. I think that just makes sense, just to build hype on Nintendo consoles. The Switch 2. I would have gone on the Switch 2, but that would have been amazing if they did that. And obviously the Switch 2 could definitely run it. So, I don't know why they didn't do that. It's very weird. But either way, what do you guys think of this announcement? I do think it's amazing. It's great. But also at the same time, I'm not like crazily hyped. I wish it was a remaster. They didn't have to do much. Just FOV. Again, for all I know, in a month's time they announced there's a FOV slider. They updated some of the textures. 4K. It's probably going to be a PS4 version, so not 120 hertz. But all of that for $40, $30 DLC included. And I'm jumping for joy. I'm jumping for joy. Like, they could do that. Don't think they will, but they could. And I'll be very happy. But we'll see. It will be very interesting. I don't think the hype is appropriate to what it is. I think if it was a remaster, all this hype would be appropriate. But I don't think it's that appropriate for something that seemingly isn't like a crazy thing. It's cool. But yeah, either way, got this. GTA 6 just got announced. They're not announced, it's been announced for a while. The cover just got shown off and announced that the pre-orders will start on June 25th. That would be interesting to see what all of those pre-orders will entail. But either way, very hyped. Can't wait. And yeah, we'll see what's happening there. Again, comment down below what you guys think about this. Are you hyped? Are you skeptical based on lack of information that they have given? Or do you not care? We'll see. Like, subscribe, dislike if you dislike it. Hit the bell button to get notifications for more Call of Duty videos. I'll be doing more Black Ops 7 content, especially when the new Zombies map drops very soon. I think in a few days. And I'll see you in the next video, guys.